Hello Scorpio, and welcome to my channel Inspiring Life Changes. My name is Colette and I'm here today to do the reading for Scorpios who are Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising and Cusp energy of Scorpio. If you don't know where those placements are, Scorpio, there will be a free natal link in the description box down below for you to check that out. It is a love reading for you Scorpios. I've got Libra on the brain. I've just done the Libra reading, so I will try my best not to call you Libra. So Scorpio, if you don't know where those placements are, check out the link down below. Venus is particularly important at this time because this is a love reading for the Scorpio collective that I'm doing, for you and the person that you have your strongest energetic heart connection with. And that doesn't mean that you have to still be with that person. It just means that there is still a strong energetic connection between the two of you. So for you cross watchers, if you're in a relationship with a Scorpio, want to be in a relationship with a Scorpio, or have been in a relationship with a Scorpio, you may want to check out your the link below as well for your own star signs too, so you can also go and see the corresponding readings as and when I put them out, because it helps to give you a bigger, more broader overall picture. So also the cards that I will be using, 2 decks of, 1 deck for yourself here, Scorpio, on the bottom of which we have the 4 of Cups, saying that there is an offer coming in here. Somebody is offering their love, their heart, maybe an apology in some way. The divine is kind of showing this to you. It's saying it's still there, but Scorpio, you may not be willing or ready to accept it or see it at this time. And for the cross watcher, we have the 9 of Wands on the bottom here. Sorry about that glare. I've been doing my best to try and sort this out, but I don't know what's happening with my lighting at the moment. It's kind of all over the place. I've had to rearrange my whole setup as well, so I'm kind of getting used to the energy and the feel of it. It's slightly different. So the 9 of Wands can be a feeling of long suffering, something that's been going on for too long, something that you want to change, make a difference, reach the end of, but it's something that you've been putting a lot of your self into, your passion, your drive, creativity, something that you may really be trying to have got off the ground, or it has got off the ground, but now you've kind of reached an impasse possibly. So we'll see what comes out. The energy overall for the love energy, shall we say, is the Page of Cups in reverse. So this is saying to me that there is a healing that needs to take place here. This could possibly be on both sides here, that you both need to heal from this. But because it's in reverse, it's also saying to me that it doesn't seem as though it is healing. It doesn't seem as though there is this energy being allowed to happen. It kind of feels as though it's something that seems to get to a place of healing, but then it's like something opens back up again, like a pain or a wound or something that kind of reminds you, either you Scorpio or you cross watchers, or possibly both of you, reminds you of something painful that has happened to you within either this relationship or a past relationship. But there's a caution and a cautious energy here, an energy of somebody not completely trusting the process, allowing themselves to go through this deep healing, which is what it's feeling like there's a need for some deep healing to take place on some deeper level. Because the pages are always a young energy, an energy that needs to experience, to learn, to grow, to move forward. And if you don't allow yourself to experience all the kind of highs and the lows of the relationship as well, then you're kind of cutting off that experience in a way, Scorpio. Not allowing yourself to experience the whole kind of gamut of it. And the thing about the pages or the cups as well in particular is that they want love to be this kind of idyllic idea of love, and unfortunately love doesn't always have that idyllic energy about it. It can be brutal, and it can kind of chip away slowly at something as well, which is kind of what I'm picking up with this energy here, Scorpio, but we'll see what else comes out. You have the Knight of Cups as your first card, so you've got both the Page and the Knight of Cups here, so there is definitely a love situation. There is definitely a lot of feelings around this situation. You have this cup in your hand, you're holding it up high. And you're looking to move forward as well, it feels. You have over the top of your the Knight of Cups, sorry, you have the Fool energy, which is your challenge. It's the crossing energy, which for me is kind of saying there is something here that needs to be trusted. The process itself needs to be trusted. That this what is happening here, and it does feel as though something is being chipped away at slowly, bit by bit. Almost like going full on, charging into it, and then something happens and you kind of retreat back out of it again to kind of heal another part, and then you're back in again. But this isn't like, it's not like the Knight of Wands energy, which can be very kind of just in it for the fun type of energy. This is much more heart-based, emotional-based. There's feelings around this. This isn't just like, oh, let's have fun kind of energy. But the Fool, crossing the Knight of Cups, the Fool is it's the Fool's journey, so it's almost feeling like you're back at the start of something here, Scorpio, with the Fool energy here, and maybe you're not allowing yourself to be that energy, that Fool energy, that kind of like it feels like a curiosity here. Like you're not allowing yourself to, how can I put it? It feels like holding something back, holding yourself back. As much as you want to jump into this, there is something here that's holding you back. So it feels almost like it's saying, like, this is the end of, like, you've reached the end of that part of it. It's completed. That has moved on. So the Fool, as I was saying, is the beginning of the journey again. It's like you've got back to the beginning. But you're holding back on actually bringing this energy in. We have the Queen of Cups above you in your head, and what you're aware of here, Scorpio. The Queen of Cups, again, very much to do with love. She is that emotional, balanced heart, compassionate, nurturing, loving, caring, very much the water energies, Cancer, Scorpio, yourself, your energy, Pisces energy. Again, male or female, it doesn't make any difference. But this could also be the person who you have offered this cup to, because it's in your head. There's a definite connection here with this person. There's a definite strong drive to want to do this. To want to bring this love into your life is how it feels, Scorpio. You want to bring this love into your life. And you kind of know that you've got this, like, this new start. But you are wary at this time. The energy that's moving away, and that could also have something to do with this energy here as well, as I was saying, this kind of being offered. Sorry about that glare. Lighting is so bad. The cup that is being offered here is not being seen, or it's not being taken. But it is there. It's like it's there. It's all around. You just have to kind of reach out and take it. Because I do feel with the Ace of Wands moving out of your energy here as well, that there has been this really strong, passionate, fiery, dynamic, very creative energy between the two of you. Like, this was a relationship that really fired you up. It really got you impassioned, is what's coming through. It's like this person how it feels is like this person was, they could be very temperamental, but there was also this, like this fieriness that was, how can I put it? What I'm seeing here is this top of this rod here is completely ablaze. It's totally like on fire, and it was like this person kind of brought that energy into your life, like on all levels. It feels like your mind as well. This wasn't just to do with fire and sexual passion, and this was also to do with that they lit you up, like they made you think in a different way. So let's see, underneath, unfortunately, we have the Seven of Swords here. So something, as I was saying, with this Fool energy here, there is something here that has not been completely honest, shall we say? An energy of something that's not completely out in the open, or something that's being kept hidden, keeping things close to your chest at this time, possibly, Scorpio. This is in the subconscious realm, so you may not even be aware of the fact that you're doing this, but you're not being very forthcoming or helpful, or It almost feels like literally like you're just kind of taking what you need and leaving behind the rest. It's like, right, okay, I need this for my future. I need this. But the Swordsicles are to do with the mind as well. It is the mental realm. And the Seven of Swords can also be seen as the thief in the night who steals our peace, our kind of peace of mind, our like equilibrium, our harmony is how it's coming through, this sense of harmony. There could also be at this time a sense of almost like revenge, or wanting to kind of like make this person think. About actions that have been taken. Because it doesn't feel, Scorpio, as though you are particularly open at this time, even though you've got all of this going on within you. And the Queen of Cups can also represent that. It's like all of it is within. Because it's the deeper emotional realm, it's the intuitive, it's the feelings. But what you're also feeling on a deeper level as well is that you've been shafted, is basically the word that I've been given here. Sorry about that, Scorpio. And you're not wanting to make peace anytime soon. At least not at the moment. You're not wanting to, not wanting to make peace. You're not wanting to meet this person halfway. You're not wanting to even listen on some level to what they have to say. It almost feels like the decision, like you've made a decision in a way to turn away from this, turn your back on this on a deeper level, even though you're feeling it, possibly in conflicting terms as well, because there is a lot of love here. And the energy that we have moving forward is the Four of Wands in reverse. So there is this sense of something not being stable, something that's not being taken to the next level, leveled up, allowed to be celebrated. And with your your Ace of Pentacles, oh, I said page, your Ace of Pentacles in reverse as well here, it feels as though you are taking back or keeping something, or keeping it to yourself. It's like the offer, you want to make this offer is how it feels. You want to make this offer, you want to go on the journey with this person. You want them as a part of your life. But at the same time, there's this feeling of not knowing if that's possible, not knowing if they're going to, again, this feeling of leave you high and dry. Like if you trust them, if you offer them something, will it be accepted? Will it be rejected? And where you're at feeling wise at this time, we have the Two of Wands in reverse, and we also have the World in reverse. So there is this sense of being at a crossroads, standing two paths, and we also have the same kind of image here as we've got here as well. These two paths. And you are deliberating because you don't know. It literally feels like you don't know which path to take. Which path is going to lead you to victory? Which path is going to take you down the same old kind of regret in a way. Regret, just kind of coming up against the same obstacles. Is also what's coming through there. Coming up against the same obstacles. Could be something to do with money as well. Or just this general sense of well-being, that you want to do something. As I was saying, you want to grow with this person. You want to have a fulfilled life with this person. But it doesn't look like it's possible from where you're standing at this time, which is here at this crossroads, having to make a decision. Which way do you go? And with the World in reverse as well, it feels as though it's that ending of a cycle, and yet there's this sense of like, if I do this, if I move forward, whichever path do I take? Because I don't want to go over that same ground again. I don't want to keep experiencing the same things and getting to the end of the road and feeling as though I'm still back at the beginning. But that's what life is. It's a series of endings and beginnings. Things end, things begin. And there's no fanfare. There's nobody saying, oh, you've reached the end of this cycle. Now you're moving into the next. But there is something here that is saying that you are in a place at this time where you need to make that choice of which path is going to take you. Which path are you actually going to choose for yourself? Are you going to choose to revisit something that may not be stable, may not hold all the promises that you are hoping for here, Scorpio? Or are you going to go down a completely new road and see if you can have new experiences? Because of course we do take our baggage with us, and that's another part of the story as well, that we do take our baggage with us. Even though in this particular card he's travelling light because he's at the beginning, so it kind of indicates that you are hoping for this new start. So we then have the Page of Wands here. And the Page of Wands is literally holding one of these. It's like making the choice, making the decision to take one of these rods, these wands, and actually move forward with it here, Scorpio. And as with all the pages, young energy that needs to grow, needs to learn, needs to experience. And the Page of Wands can also be an energy that can easily be squashed because of other people's kind of ideas or views or opinions. Because it's such a young energy, it's like a young flame that can easily be kind of blown out, or like your creativity can easily be overridden by other people's ideas. As I was saying, other people's ideas. But this is in your environment of how other people see you. So they see you at this time as being this energy of kind of taking up that wand and starting something new, starting something fresh, Scorpio. Fire energy, Aries, Leo and Sagittarius. All very exuberant energy. Pushing beyond the boundaries, possibly going beyond your limitations, which could also be this Four of Wands here, that you're breaking free of something, pushing beyond those boundaries that you may have set up for yourself, or this idea of this is how it's got to be, it has to be this way, or it's not ever going to happen. That kind of feeling here as well. And in your hopes and fears, we have 3 cards. The Sun, which is upright, which is lovely. The Four of Swords, which is kind of an exhausting energy. And I feel it's kind of going with this Page of Cups energy in a way as well, of healing. Of taking the time out to heal from something that has been painful. And with the Seven of Wands there as well, there is this guarded energy. But the Sun, it's like you're hoping that you're going to start seeing things clearly. You're hoping that you're going to start feeling like you're on the right path, that you're making the right moves. The Sun can also be to do with vitality as well. So if you've been exhausted, if you've been overdoing things, with this Four of Swords energy as well, it could be saying before you do anything, before you make any moves, really kind of look after your own energy here first, Scorpio. Don't allow others to kind of batter you down, is also a message that's coming through here. And I'm seeing this here as well with this Page of Wands. As I was saying, this kind of ideas that can be easily kind of snuffed out, easily kind of stomped on. So there could be an element here of you feeling as though you're having to defend your opinions or your view on something, or your, yeah, like justifying what you believe in, who you are, why you do, why you don't, that kind of energy. And you may be wanting to avoid all that as well with the Seven of Wands in reverse. You may be feeling like you don't want to go through that kind of process of having to justify why you make the decisions that you make to anybody else, like it's none of their business, is also what's coming through here. And the Ace of Swords is the last card that you have here, Scorpio. Which feels to me like a sense of understanding something in a different way. Of seeing something which up to now was very... It feels like the mind is kind of at rest somehow. You're also seeing it with this sword down here as well. Like there is this new clarity coming in, this new insight, understanding, which could also be this sun energy as well. This new vitality. But it also feels, because it's the mind energy, because it's how you think and the logical processes of how we get from, say, a question to an answer within our own mind. It feels somehow as though you have, how can I put it, kind of reached a degree of it feels like a plateau, like reaching a plateau within yourself where you're kind of, you're resting, but you're preparing at the same time. It's like you're preparing to actually take this sword, whoops, and kind of cut through everything that you no longer need, cut off what is no longer working for you, helping to give you that peace of mind and that clarity, and that it's like if it's not meant to be in your life, it's like there's this sense of kind of, I'm just going to cut it out, I'm just going to cut it off, I'm just going to that's what's coming through here. I don't know why it's connected to the Fool, but somehow it feels as though it is connected to this Fool energy. Of the Jester, because the Jester was probably the most important person at court, was the Jester. Although he never seemed to have much intelligence, he actually did. He was very, very smart, the Jester. Very capable, very smart, very intelligent. But he would play the fool to kind of trick people into thinking that he wasn't who he was. But there's just this feeling with this Ace of Swords of something being prepared, something that you're, it's almost like, right, okay, I know what I'm doing. I know how to manage this. I know how to apply myself to this. I know how to cut out what I no longer need in order to move forward. And also an element of kind of not giving yourself a hard time here as well. Like mentally, not allowing your thoughts to control you. It's more like allowing you controlling your thoughts. So let's see what this person that you have this strong energetic connection with, Scorpio, is feeling about the situation. is the person that Scorpio has their strongest energetic heart connection with, thinking and feeling at this time? Please, source. Okay. So we have the Two of Wands, which actually came out in the last reading that I did for Libra as well. And so did the Ace of Wands in exactly the same place. So I don't know if you want to go and check that reading out, whether you've got strong Libra placements or in a relationship with a Libra. But of course we also have the Two of Wands down here as well. So this person is feeling as though they are also needing to move forward. Needing a new path, needing a new creative pursuit maybe. Something that they can journey with, something that it feels like something they need, something to put themselves into, is how it's coming through. And they may be standing at the brink of that as well, but they're just kind of beginning to come out of a time of being possibly, what's the word I'm looking for here? They could have been confused, not sure what to do with their life, where they were going. But with the Two of Wands, it's kind of saying that now they're coming into this place of knowing that they have this new idea, drive, passion for something that's going to fulfill them in the long run. It's just the two, but they want to take it that further. Same as your energy down here as well. This person is also debating which path. But because it's upright, I feel as though they have more clarity on this, that they are more sure of where they're going and what they're doing. So in their head and what they're aware of with your Queen of Cups, they have the Eight of Pentacles. Again, another card that came out in the Libra read that I did earlier, Libra love read. The Eight of Pentacles it's a beautiful card. It's got a spider at the very centre, which are very creative beings, spiders, weaving its own web, weaving its own I put it like it's web, it's like it doesn't need, it's very independent. This energy is how it's coming through. It's a very independent energy. It's like I can do it on my own. I am capable, I am strong. Yeah. There's a sense of real kind of achievement here for this person, that they know that they can do it. They know that they don't have to have somebody else in their life in order to be able to feel successful. And that could be one of the problems between the two of you. Or one of the issues between the two of you, that this person's got a fierce sense of independence. And I was getting that with this Two of Wands down here as well. This person's very kind of sure of what they're doing and how they're going to do it. Almost with this sense of Scorpio, this sense of like, well, either they will or they won't be in my life. Especially with this cobweb, there's something about this cobweb and this spider and this kind of sense of possibly this sense of like they could weave you into their life, but they're not going to, because almost like then that's not your choice. I do just get this kind of sense of strong independence. So we have 3 cards come out for this person. And they also have the Fool energy here. Again, another card which came out for Libra. We have the 6 of Wands, another card which came out for Libra. Did they come out together? I can't remember if they came out together or not, but there was definitely these 2 energies in the last reading. You might want to check out that Libra read, as I was saying. And they've fallen in exactly, oh, this one definitely has fallen in the same place. No, so the 6 of Wands previously came out with the Page of Cups. This time it's come out with the Fool. But the 6 of Wands has come out in the same place over the top of your Ace of Wands, Scorpio. So if you are dealing with a Libra, you definitely should check out that reading. Again, Fool energy. It's that energy of like wanting to start something afresh, anew. And again, there is a sense of freedom within this card as well, the way that she's kind of kicking up her heels and her shoes. I'm going to have to do something with this light, I'm sorry. It's very much too glary for me. So she's kind of kicking up her shoes and or a leg and just kind of, it just feels like, you know, freedom, way! Like, I've reached the end of that part of my life. That cycle's done. That story is finished. I no longer have to go back and experience that again. And there is this sense of victory with that as well. Now the lighting on my video has gone really weird. You can see lots of little fuzzy lights. So yeah, there's a sense of victory within that energy. But at the same time, there is also the 3 of Swords as well. So this person could also be, I I was saying, aware that they've finished this cycle, that something has ended here for them. Because there is this sense of victory, and that it could be this Three of Sword energy, that they no longer have to feels like torture themselves over this. But it does feel as though it has been painful for them as well, because if you see that heart up there, it's kind of wounded. And the three swords that are going through the swan. And swans, of course, are birds that mate for life as well. So symbolically, there could be a real kind of sense of what it feels like is a sense of really just kind of no longer going down that path, no longer putting themselves into this situation where they can be easily wounded, easily hurt. Is what I'm getting from that Scorpio. And they're overcoming that. They're overcoming that sense of love hurts. Is also what I'm getting from that. With this victory card in the middle, it's like they had to go through it and it hurt. And it feels like this is also part of that healing process that I was talking about. This kind of chipping away at something. Almost like it's a repetitive process that this person has been in for some time. And that love does have that ability to hurt. And we have the Knight of Pentacles over the top of the Seven of Swords. So in this person's subconscious realm, they're coming from a place of possibly moving very, very slowly away from this situation, away from the heartache, away from the away from the heartache, away from the difficulties, away from the possibly self-sabotage as well. But they're moving onwards, they're moving forward. The Page of Pentacles is always the slowest card, slowest knight, sorry, out of all of the knights. Very methodical, doesn't rush into anything. Wants to be really certain before they make a decision. But there's also a sense here of this pentacle with this pentacle here as well. This Ace of Pentacles. And it could be that this person is going to bring this pentacle forward for you, Scorpio. But you may not trust it. You may not trust what they're bringing in. It is taking a long time. You may also fear as well that by the time this person gets to you, that you will have already changed direction. It could be that this person held back for so long as well, offering you what it was that you originally wanted from them, that they could have just held it back because they weren't ready. They weren't in the right place emotionally. And they had a lot of healing to do. A lot of healing to do. And it could be now that you have changed your mind. You've kind of broken free from that, Scorpio. So we have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. So yeah, it feels as though in reverse that this person, almost like it's too late. Like what's being offered to you here with this Six of Pentacles in reverse is like too little, too late. Because this person is offering a chance to make something grow with them. If you see that little plant down there that is trying to grow. Oh, lighting's terrible. Really bad. I don't know what's changed. It's really bizarre. Something has happened. I don't know whether it's just because it's sunnier outside, but something has definitely changed the lighting and everything, and it's just awful. Feels like kind of fighting a losing battle somehow. So yeah, it feels, because this is the card of reciprocity, it's give and take, it's knowing that you have to give in order to receive and receive in order to give. But when it's in reverse, it can also be that somebody takes too much and doesn't give enough, or vice versa. That could be the energy that's being picked up on here. But again, as I was saying, it could also be that this person doesn't trust that growth, that it's going to grow, that anything is actually going to grow, Scorpio, or you don't trust that anything is going to grow from this. Almost like it's had its time. Over the top of the Two of Wands and the World, we have the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Swords energy. So the Knight of Swords can be about moving on very quickly. Over the top of your Two of Wands and your World energy here. This person may want to move things on very quickly with you, Scorpio. They may want to like come in, try to balance things out, even though this is in reverse. They may not have enough to offer you. I'm also getting a feeling as well of that it's almost like this is the last time is what's coming through. It's like they're going to give you another chance or another choice, or an opportunity to see if something can be salvaged from this. But then they're going to move on very quickly. And I feel as though that a lot of that also depends on your response, Scorpio. There could also be, with the Six of Pentacles, an element of like wanting a friendship. But it may be that that's not going to be possible as well. So the Page of Wands here is covered by the Two of Swords. Which, interestingly, the Two of Swords has the swan in there, and there's a little heart hanging from that branch up there as well. So it does feel as though this person is going to offer you, or bring that decision making to you. Scorpio. Because that swan behind that hooded figure there is offering a flower. And there is two swans. There's a swan behind that hooded figure, and there's another swan just further up. And like I said, swans mate for life. And this is over the top of the Page of Wands, which I felt was that energy of not allowing other people to stamp on your creative process or your dreams or your ideas, your inspirations. So it feels as though this person is going to approach with something, you with something, Scorpio. And it's going to be very quick coming in, like you're not going to see it coming. It's going to be very quick coming in. And it's going to need a decision to be made. It almost feels as though this person is kind of dangling their heart in front of you. To see what you're going to do. See what you're going to do with it, whether you're going to accept it. Because the decision is there. And we have the King of Swords. The King of Swords, over the top of all of this energy here of the Sun, the Four of Swords, and the Seven of Wands, your hopes and your fears. They have the King of Swords as their hopes and their fears in reverse. So they may fear that you're going to respond in quite a harsh, severe, painful way, is how it's coming through. That you're not going to want what they have to offer. Again, that sense of cutting something out. Because the King of Swords can be very cutting, very cold, very calculating, particularly when he's in reverse. And when he's in reverse as well, he may not see everything. He may not take everything into consideration before he makes a decision. Again, that kind of quick action energy here. In reverse, it can be jumping into something fast or jumping away from something fast. Cutting something out. Could even be not responding. This could be their biggest fear, that you're just not going to respond, Scorpio, at all. Oh, that's interesting. That jumped to an upright position, which is the Nine of Cups. That could have come out in reverse, and it almost did, but at the last minute it jumped and reversed itself into the upright position, which is saying that there is wish fulfillment and reunion to be had here. So this has been being worked on slowly. Again, I get that sense of kind of chipping away at something. Possibly also with this Ace of Swords, just kind of cutting out all the BS and just getting straight to the heart of the problem here, which is maybe what this person is offering. Let's just get straight to the heart of this. Ignore everything else because it doesn't matter. What matters is how we feel about this situation, about each other. Because this person, I feel, does see you as their wish fulfillment here, Scorpio. They do see, yeah, they do see this love. They do know it's there, even though they may have left it behind at some point. and are still kind of, even with this Two of Wands energy here as well, they're still in this kind of process of, as are you, in this process of trying to move forward beyond where you've been. Because there is a lot of love in this reading here. So let's see what the astrology would like to say to you with the Black Moon astrology cards that we have here. I actually have two cards that have come out for you here. First one is Mercury Mind, which I feel is very much this energy here. This is the mind energy, the Ace of Swords. It can also mean truth, something being understood, something being recognized for what it is. And we also have Void of Course Moon, which also says missing. So we've got Mercury energy, which is all about communication, the mind, communication, wanting to know, wanting to understand, wanting to get as much information as possible on something before a decision is made. So let's quickly see what it says. The Mercury energy. So if you want to tell people the truth, make them laugh, otherwise they'll kill you, according to Oscar Wilde. And that is the kind of card of truth in many ways. Mercury, the planet of intelligence and talking, is the closest planet to the Sun, also making it the fastest planet to move through the zodiac. Which could, well, Mercury is this energy, this Knight of Swords, very quick moving, very fast. The Mercury card suggests you must put efforts behind your talk. The god Mercury is the Roman counterpart of the Greek god Hermes. Very much to do with magic and medicine. When it comes to the body, Mercury rules the eyes, brain, nerves, as well as the fingers and toes. Mercury is also a comedian and can be a bit of a trickster. Just when the energy seems to be flowing one way, Mercury changes the direction. Might we add Mercury is spontaneous and insanely flexible? Which, of course, I was kind of talking about this jester type energy as well. It may come over somebody being foolish or appearing to be a fool when in fact they're highly intelligent. So Mercury is the wisdom and stupidity found in intelligence when it is not connected to the heart or the feelings. This energy I was talking about here. So when it's disconnected, which can also be this here as well, like this healing process that's not being allowed to take place because there's too much mind thinking going on. Sorry, I can take my glasses off. Mercury maximizes the imagination but can also symbolize the liar when it comes to double talk with mind meanings. Again, it's that energy here. Which I feel is where you feel you need to be at this time, Scorpio, like almost like protecting your heart, protecting your yourself in many, many ways. It is the planet of gaslighting, causing purposeful confusion in the minds of others to gain something not really deserved. However, Mercury shows how mentally sharp and flexible we are, our mental range, and how eloquent. Mercury tends to be chatty, superficial, and into playing games, psychological games, and other types of puzzles. Mercury governs friendly relationships and also the Freudian slip where you say something that doesn't come out as intended but actually reveals your real thoughts. Whoops. When the Mercury card presents itself in a reading, it is time to use all your mental faculties to get your point across. That could again be this energy. And also the King of Swords energy. Words and how you use them are very significant. And again, the Libra reading that I put out earlier, the Libra love reading, the message was put down the sword and pick up the pen. So I don't know if that's going to relate to you as well somehow, Scorpio. Words and how you use them are very significant. It may mark a period where you either have to talk your way out of something or talk your way into something. Not a time to stay static or to sit still. Beware of gossip and other scandals. The important thing to remember is that what you say in this situation can and will be used against you. So choose your words wisely. The planet Mercury also rules over technology, so if you have questions about career or job, you can be certain mastering some newer form of technology is about to come into play. Regarding romance or relationships, it can mean that friendship is the best option for you now. That's interesting because that's what I was saying with this card here. It feels like a friendship, an offering possibly of a friendship rather than anything deeper at this time. The time has not yet ripened to enter a relationship with the person. You may attract partners and perhaps friends who are non-emotional, highly rational and objective. These lovers or friends may be offended by flip remarks or joking over serious matters. You may become involved with someone who double talks, is witty, but who does not emotionally connect. So I'm going to leave that bit there and move on to the void of course moon missing. And we have, what's it say? The moon is a friend for the lonesome to talk to, according to Carl Sandburg. All is not as it seems. This void of course moon card can be daunting. It may not be a good or appropriate time to answer your question, as it is now the results may not be what you want. What is a void of course moon? The moon travels through the entire zodiac in 27.5 days. There is a moment when the moon makes its last major aspect before leaving one sign and entering the next. It's as if the moon has gone to sleep. Her wisdom is being withheld and she moves into a new sign and the moon begins a new chapter or story. The usual axiom for starting things on a void of course moon is nothing will come of the matter. Matters will not go as you planned. In fact, most of the time it will end up far worse than you planned. You have been caught blissfully unaware. You've missed something or you weren't paying close attention. But you won't be able to set the situation right at the current time. This card says to sit still and stay as you are. Take no action at the current time. Wait for the storm to pass over. It is time to be patient and allow matters to settle before beginning anew. Allow this matter to resolve on its own without your help, work or interference, which could also be this energy that I was feeling here as well. That this person is kind of holding that space for themselves, that independent space. So don't bail on anyone out. Don't bail anyone out or make loans currently, because it is unlikely you will be repaid. Medical results will probably not be accurate. If your question is about a job or career move, then it's not the right one. A void of course moon can be used to your benefit, so keep this in mind when this card shows up in a spread. For instance, you can work on something you really don't want. You can interact with persons you don't really want to become a fixture in your life. Embarking on anything new or untried will tend to go wrong. In other words, when the Void of Course Moon card presents itself in a spread, if you agree to plans you don't really want to come about, then it will be very likely they will not come about. Okay. Also, do not plan a wedding if this card comes up. Keep in mind the time is not yet right. Interesting. So, I would say there's a lot of thinking to do here before any action is taken, which is kind of what was coming through with this energy here as well. Hopes and fears, taking time out, not rushing into anything. Even if this offer is made to you, Scorpio, sit back, do nothing, and just allow it to be. And see what happens, is basically what I'm getting here. Oh my goodness. I am not taking all of them. That is just insane. Jumping cards. So, what do we have, Scorpio? It says, let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. And we also have twin flames, your passion ignites. But I might just do that again, purely because that was a complete mess. So let's try again and see what comes out for Scorpio. I love oracle cards. There we go. What do we have this time? We have playfulness. Laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together. And remember, love is the greatest healer. And if you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind, for the heart is the gateway to the soul. Interesting, because Mercury is about that disconnection from your feelings. So maybe that's also something that needs to be looked at here with this Void of Course Moon as well. Disconnection from what you're actually feeling within all of this. So I'm going to leave it there and say thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate you being here. If you have found this of any interest, or if it has helped you in any way, given you some benefit, please could you thumbs it up for me, because it really helps to grow my channel. It's such a small thing, but it makes a huge difference. And I am really trying, I am in the process at this moment of trying to grow my channel. Again, I got up to 149 subscribers and then back down to 148. So I just don't seem to be able to get over that 150 hurdle. I get really close and then YouTube just goes, nope, I'm going to take that person away from you. So if you haven't already subscribed, please could you do so? as it will help my channel to grow, which is really what I'm trying to do. I do all the new moon videos, full moon, and the astrology and the tarot for both of them, and all the sun signs as well. If you haven't subscribed, there is a subscription button on the video which you can tap. The little bell will come up and you can decide whether or not you want to see my videos as and when they get put out. As I was saying, there is a playlist as well, so you might want to go and check that out for yourself and see what other videos there are there. Also, thank you very much to those of you who have liked my videos. Thank you very much to those of you who have shared my videos, and those of you who have subscribed as well. Thank you very much for being here. And so, Scorpio, I'm going to finish it there and say, please take really good care of yourselves and anybody around you who you can at this time, and hopefully see you again